The CS for Agriculture, Honorable Inturi, lives in the plain, literally, changing his clothes from the plain, hunting for maize everywhere. And I do not know what the ambassadors that we have in those countries are doing. Why send Linturi where you have an ambassador who can just look for maize around, buy, and bring? But that tells you that there is a bigger problem that we have to go through as a nation. But again, you may want to ask, what happened to the strategic grain reserve that this country has always had? At what point did we exploit those reserves, and who ate them? Because there's a lot of money budgeted annually to put a buffer in our stores to help address issues such as the ones we are going through now. So again, it is not true that there is no maize. Of course, there's a lot of maize in Tanzania. There's a lot of maize in Uganda. There's maize in Mozambique. There's maize in Zambia. There's maize in South Africa. We have maize all over the place. But now, I want you to listen to me pensively as an authority who sits in Agriculture Committee. We have 166 millers in this country. These 166 millers were given work by the immediate regime to be bringing tax-free food or tax-free maize into the country, out of which, by the time President Uhuru was leaving office, they had been paid 4 billion shillings. And there was a debt of 3.2 billion shillings. Now, that 4 billion shillings was paid to the millers courtesy of Article 223 of the Constitution, where you can pay awaiting parliamentary approval. Now, when Parliament reconvened and Ruto and his company went around buying members of Parliament, and they are still doing it up to now, but no one has approached me. I don't know why.
Focus.
Oh, you focus, huh? So their focus means I cannot be bought, which is very good.
All value.
And of course, I cannot be bought. So anyhow, so when Parliament reconvened, in order to regularize the 4 billion shillings, they refused. Up to now, that 4 billion shillings has not been regularized. Aside from the fact that 3.2 billion shillings has not been paid to the millers, 166 in number. Now, the millers are saying that if we are not going to be paid our money, we are bringing no food in Kenya. We are importing no maize in Kenya. That is the truth of the matter. All this you are hearing, there's no maize everywhere, apart from Brazil and South Africa, and the cost of transportation is higher. Government has never gotten involved in transporting
What
food.
was the reason for refusing to regularize the money?
Because it is Uhuru Kenyatta who did it, and that was part of the maize subsidy. So when Ruto came into office, he scrapped the subsidy, the food subsidy, and that was part of that money. So there is a lot of maize everywhere you'd want to go to, Tanzania, Uganda, Mozambique, wherever, Malawi, wherever. But because the millers are on a serious go-slow, they are saying we are not bringing in food. So now the government wants to take the role of millers by putting somebody into the plane, looking for that maize, buy it, I don't know whether cash, put it in some ship and bring it back to Kenya. And I don't know whether the government has enough millers, because millers mill that maize, pack it and sell it. So there's a lot of disconnect in the entire scheme. But